Ethan grew up in a quiet town in Oregon where life moved slowly and dreams felt far away. He wasn't born with exceptional talent, and he never considered himself special. In school, he was average at best. Teachers didn't single him out, and classmates rarely noticed him. Ethan learned early on how it felt to be invisible. What most people didn't know was that Ethan carried big dreams inside him. He wanted a life where he didn't feel stuck. He wanted confidence, financial freedom, and most of all, self-respect. But wanting something and working for it are two very different things. For years, Ethan relied on motivation. When he felt inspired, he worked hard. When he didn't, he quit. Some days he promised himself he would wake up early, exercise, learn new skills, or plan his future. Other days he slept in, scrolled endlessly on his phone, and told himself he would start tomorrow. Tomorrow always felt safe. Tomorrow never demanded effort. After college, Ethan moved to Los Angeles, hoping the city would change his life. Instead, it exposed his weaknesses. He worked a low-paying job, struggled to pay rent, and felt constantly overwhelmed. Every night, he went to bed exhausted, not from effort, but from regret. One evening, while waiting for the bus after a long shift, Ethan noticed an older man sitting nearby. The man wore simple clothes and carried a worn notebook. Every day at the same time, Ethan saw him writing in that notebook without fail. Curious, Ethan finally asked, "What are you always writing?" The man smiled and said, "Proof." Ethan was confused. "Proof of what?" "Proof that I showed up today," the man replied. The man explained that years ago, his life was falling apart. He had lost his job, his confidence, and nearly his family. He realized motivation had betrayed him, so he replaced it with discipline. He started small, waking up at the same time every day, exercising for 10 minutes, writing 1 page, reading 5 pages. No excuses, no negotiation. "Discipline saved my life," the man said calmly. "Not big actions, daily ones." That conversation stayed with Ethan. The next morning, Ethan made a decision, not to change his whole life, but to change his daily behavior. He set a simple rule. No matter how he felt, he would complete a few non-negotiable habits every day. He woke up at the same time each morning. He exercised even when he felt tired. He read and learned, even when progress felt slow. He worked on improving himself quietly without telling anyone. Some days felt meaningless, some days felt painful, but he didn't stop. Weeks passed, nothing dramatic happened, but something inside Ethan began to shift. His mind became stronger. His confidence grew. He stopped relying on mood and started trusting routine. Months later, opportunities began appearing, not by magic, but because Ethan was prepared. He applied for better jobs with confidence. He spoke clearly in interviews. He carried himself differently. Employers noticed. 2 years later, Ethan looked back at the life he once lived and barely recognized himself. He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich overnight, but he was disciplined, focused, and proud of who he had become. Ethan learned a truth few people ever accept. Success doesn't come from massive effort once in a while. It comes from small discipline practiced every single day. Daily discipline gave Ethan control over his time, his mind, and his future. And once he had that control, nothing could stop him. Thanks for spending your time here. If you felt a shift, even a small one, hit that like button and join our growing community by subscribing.